What's good, y'all? Today, I'm gonna be making a UFC fighter entertainment tier list. So this is basically like ranking fighters by how entertaining they are. So shit tier would be like, no one wants to see you fight except for when they think you're gonna get chinned. You're just a fucking boring ass fighter. F tier, you're still boring, but some people want to see you win. D tier, you're pretty boring, but there you have some entertaining moments. C tier, you're entertaining. You're just not that entertaining. You're just a neutral fighter. Like some people want to watch you, some people don't. B tier, you're pretty entertaining. You have some boring fights, but not really. And then A tier, you're entertaining. Most people want to see you fight. Like, you're very entertaining. A plus tier, you're like very, very, like, you're one of the most entertaining fighters in the UFC. And S tier would be like, your whole thing is that you're entertaining. Every second of your fights are entertaining in S tier. All you do is try to entertain the viewers, and you throw away all technique or anything and just try to be entertaining. Starting out, Brandon Royval, I'm gonna put him either A or B because he is entertaining. I'll put him B for now because he is a flyweight, so not a lot of people look forward to his fights, and some people don't find flyweights entertaining. But I think he's an entertaining fighter. I'll put him B tier. B tier means you're really entertaining. There's not a lot of people that love to watch your fights. Cheeto Vera, he's not really entertaining, bro. He has good moments, but I feel like most of the time he's just shelled up. I'm gonna put him C tier because he's still I still would want to watch him. He's just not the most entertaining. Henry Cejudo, I think he's in that Cheeto Vera tier. He could be pretty entertaining, but yeah, he's not like that. And then we have Hitler himself. Look at him, bro. Look at him. Wait, where's he at? Does he not kind of look like Adolf, bro? I don't know. I'm kind of yapping, but we're putting him in shit tier. How can you win a fight by just hugging him? Look, we have Jose Aldo. I'm putting Jose Aldo B tier. But how can you win a fight just by hugging someone the whole time against a fucking fence? There's no damage. That was a crazy robbery, bro. You should not be able to do that. And the ref was the ref wasn't breaking them. The ref broke them, and then he just goes straight back to it. You're getting a shit tier for that. I'm gonna make a Mario Bautista tier, bro. What the fuck? Because I don't feel like anyone else should. There's gonna be. You know what? I'll keep it. But yeah. Now Ilya Topuria, he is A plus tier entertaining. He doesn't make it his whole purpose to be entertaining, but every fight you watch, he's walking forward. He wants action. He's always pressing. He's pushing the pace. So yeah, Ilya Topuria is definitely going in A plus tier. Alexander Volkanovski, I'm gonna have to put him in C tier. He's not that entertaining in his fights per se. He's just like a lot of people didn't like him because he was boring during his title reign. So yeah, people would say he's boring, but he picks apart the opponent, and his fights, he doesn't have any he hasn't had a lot of boring moments. He's just on and off kind of he doesn't have any boring moments, but he doesn't have any really crazy entertaining moments. So I'll put him in C tier. Diego Lopez is A tier entertainment right here. I could even put him A plus because he's always pushing forward, pressing the action. I just feel like he can't really neutralize. When he's against a wrestler, it kind of gets a little boring, which I know is not his fault. But with Ilya, he always makes it entertaining no matter who he's against. I think Diego Lopez could be an A tier, but shit, I don't know. I'll put him in A tier for now. We'll see how that goes. Movsar Evloev is in an F tier because he's not shit. He's not like Mario Bautista. He can box. So yeah, I'll put him in F tier. Aljo, based off his recent performances, is in D tier. He's not that entertaining. He's kind of just grapples, but he has entertaining moments. Josh Emmett, I'll say Josh Emmett is an A tier entertainment because when he's against someone who can is definitively better than him, he kind of doesn't. He just kind of stands there and tries to time a big shot, but he doesn't really push the pace. So I think he definitely goes in A tier because he is entertaining. Is he more in it? I might put him in B tier. I don't know. I'll put him in B tier for now. I don't think he's as entertaining as Diego Lopez. Brandon Moreno is A plus tier entertainment. This dude all his fights are entertaining. Most of his fights, every second of his fights are entertaining. So I'll put him at A plus. Yair Rodriguez, I think he'll go in A tier. You know, he always fights no matter who he's against, even if he's losing. He always tries to make the fight entertaining. I could even put him in A plus tier, but I don't think he has that like consistent entertainment that these two fighters have. But he has like a lot of entertaining moments. Now Lerone Murphy, this is like kind of like Leon Edwards. I'll put him in F tier just because I feel like he has more entertaining moments than Leon does, but he's definitely not in like D tier. He's definitely like one of the least entertaining fighters. Dan Ige, the amount of entertainment he produces is kind of based off his opponent, but I would say he's a B tier entertainment because you can never go wrong with the Dan Ige fight. I could even put him in A tier, but nah, you can never go wrong with the Dan Ige fight. I'll put him in B tier for now. Now Arman Sarukian, he's pretty actually fun to watch. I don't think like you don't think of Arman when you think of entertainment, but I'll put him in C tier just because of that Charles Oliveira performance. No, he was trying to make it. I'll put him in B tier because he was trying to make that Charles Oliveira fight entertaining. You know, his wrestling, it's not that fun to watch, but when he's on the feet and when he's like shooting takedowns and stuff, he's pretty entertaining. So I'll put him in B tier. Now Islam, you know, I'll put Arman in C tier just because his wrestling isn't that. It's dangerous. I'll put him in C tier. Islam Makhachev is also a B tier entertainment. I know people would think it's crazy to put him higher than Volk. I feel like Volk has more consistent like entertainment value, but Islam has a lot of moments where he does some shit where it's really cool. So like calling Islam a boring fighter is a weird take. I never understood it, but yeah, I'll put him in B. He's fire to watch. Charles Oliveira, solid. He's the same tier as Islam and Arm. Yeah, he's kind of like that. He's more fun to watch when he's on the ground as opposed to Islam. I think Islam's more fun to watch on the feet than Charles, but you know, yeah. Now Gaethje, I'll put Gaethje in A tier because he has some really like fun moments, but in most fights I feel like he kind of has also goofy moments and boring moments, but he's definitely an A tier in terms of entertainment. Max Holloway, I'll put him in A plus. Now I feel like I really like Max Holloway, so this might be a little bit of bias, but he's always entertaining. He's always throwing something. He has like the most significant strikes in UFC history by 2000. So, you know, he's him. He looked really good in that Gaethje fight. That Gaethje fight was fight of the year. Ilya, even before he got knocked out against Ilya, he was making it entertaining. He was putting a lot of output. So yeah. And then Dustin Poirier, I'm gonna put him in A tier. He's not boring. He's not only a little bit entertaining. He's very fun to watch. His boxing combos are really cool to see. Just the way his fight style is pretty entertaining. And I'm gonna put Dan Hooker in A tier as well. I don't think he's as entertaining as Max Holloway, or he hasn't shown to be yet, or I could put him there. I think. Nah, he's in the same tier as Justin Gaethje for sure. They're kind of like similar in that they like getting hit to hit. I know Max Holloway is the same, but Max Holloway has output, so. Yeah, and Merab, gotta put him in F tier. You know, his last fight against Sugar wasn't even boring, but that fight against Jose Aldo, you know, he's just holding him up against the fence. Piotr Yan, that fight was all right, but he was just kind of doing the same stuff, holding him against the fence, so yeah. Michael Chandler, he's going in S tier. Our first S tier is Michael Chandler. This dude, his whole thing is that he's entertaining. He sold the fight against Charles Oliveira to be entertaining. At the end of the fight, he was just slamming him down and shit. If that's not S tier material, I don't know what is. Michael Chandler is one of the most entertaining fighters in the UFC. Gamrot, I'll put him in D tier because he has Chris boxing and his wrestling isn't that boring, but like against Dan Hooker, he was kind of trying to make it more boring. So I'll put him in D tier with Aljo. But I think Aljo is definitely more entertaining. Moicano has that first round against BSD looked really good, but that was just kind of like he has a lot of boring moments, or like he just has a couple entertaining like fun moments, but I think he's more consistently like not boring, but more consistently just neutral. So I'll put him in C tier. Now Patty, I'll put him in the same tier as Moicano. BSD, very entertaining, but when he's on the ground, I think he tries to make it like That's kind of his thing, is to make it entertaining, but sometimes he's not successful. I'll still put him at A+ though. Yeah, he's very entertaining. And Bilal, sorry Bilal, you got to go in F tier. You know, you're more entertaining than Marab though. I'll put you above Marab just because he has boxing, he has good boxing, but he just pressure takedown. And Leon Edwards is going in shit tier with Mario Bautista, bro. You cannot just sit on the outside and fucking throw kicks and straight punches and just circle around your opponent the whole fight. I do not want to see this fool win. So Kamaru Usman, a lot of people think he's boring, but I think he's fun to watch. But that said, I'm gonna have to put him in C tier. He is entertaining, but not that entertaining. Shavkat, now I'll put him in the same tier as Usman. Shavkat's not that entertaining per se, but he has his moments. Everyone kind of likes. It enhances his entertainment since he's undefeated and it only gets finishes. Everyone wants to see him do continuous streak. So yeah. Now Sean Brady, he's not. I'll put him in D tier, bro, because he's not like very boring, but his fight against Burns was pretty boring. I mean, not boring, but not entertaining. Like, I liked it, but I know like a lot of other people want it. So yeah. Sean O'Malley. Before Marab, I would have put him in A+, but now I'm gonna put him in A tier, just because Marab kind of showed where he's vulnerable. Like, if he's in the grappling, he doesn't really do anything. He tries to get back up, but he's really weak, so he kind of just gets ragdolled a little bit. And yeah, so I'm gonna put him in A tier. If he can put on a banger against Piotr Jan, that would be fire, and I'll put him in A+ for sure. JDM. I know a lot of people like JDM, but JDM is D tier. I'm gonna put him in D tier. I could put him. I'll put him in D tier because his boxing is fun to watch. It's just like, did any of you see the Kevin Holland fight? That fight was so ass. Yeah. No. Yeah. JDM's going in D tier. Colby, after that Leon performance, I gotta put you in shit tier, man. I love you. Pause. But you're a cool dude. But bro, like, you're only entertaining on the mic, Colby. Like, no offense to you, but when you fight, like, you were about to get cut when you were number 5 ranked for your fight style. That's not my fault. Okay. And Joaquin Buckley is going in A tier. Very entertaining fighter. He doesn't make it his thing. Does he make it his thing though? I could put him in A+, honestly. He's not like Michelle Pereira or like. I'll put him in A+ because he's always A tier. I'll put him in A tier. Now CP, Carlos Prates, B tier. You know, it's cool because it enhances the entertainment that he always has that kill shot. But I don't think he's like that. Like, I don't think people like are like very excited to see him fight, or people every second of his fights are entertaining. He's kind of just stalking. Dricus du Plessis is an A+ tier fighter. I'm gonna put Buckley up there too. But yeah, Dricus du Plessis is an A+ tier. He's always entertaining. All of his fights are entertaining. He's goofing around. He's shooting those goofy takedowns. He's blitzing in. You always want to see his fights. Sean Strickland, man. Sean Strickland is one of my favorite fighters. I have to put him in shit tier because his fights are kind of ass. He doesn't really put on entertaining fights, and sometimes it's not his fault. Like, Paulo Costa fight, that was Paulo Costa stepping back. Like, it's never Strickland's fault, but he's just so good at walking forward that he makes it boring a lot of the time, just by being good. So it's not his fault, but yeah, he's pretty shit. You know, Sean Strickland, like, I'm a fan of you, bro. Do not take this the wrong way. I still like watching your fights. Izzy's going in. He has cool knockouts, but that's kind of it. Like, he doesn't do much. He has cool knockouts. He's nice on the feet. It's always cool to see how he strikes, but I wouldn't put him above D tier. Whitaker, C tier, solid. He's entertaining. I don't know. He kind of stays on the outside, but he blitzes, which is so he has his moments. So yeah, I'll put him in C tier. Imavov is kind of the same as Izzy. He has a very similar fight style. Paulo Costa. Now, a year ago, I would put him in A+, but that performance against Strickland showed me that he doesn't push for the fight to be entertaining. His natural fight style is to make it entertaining, but if he can't, he won't. So like that's not something that the people in these tier would do. So I'm putting Paulo Costa in B tier. Cause bro, how are you gonna just walk back for 5 rounds against Sean Strickland and then get karate kicked at the end? Now Umar Nurmagomedov, I'm also put him in B tier. He's pretty entertaining. He has those fast kicks. It's sick to watch him fight. That Sandhagen fight, it wasn't the best. It wasn't like a barn burner, but it was sick. It was a good fight. Michel Pereira is going in A+ tier. He's always doing wacky shit. He has his moments. Like his fights aren't even like he's not even consistently entertaining, but just the wacky shit he does is so fun to watch that everyone wants to see him fight. So yeah, I'll put him. And then Shara, A tier. Shara's going in A tier. Hope there's no objections. Now Pereira. Should I put Pereira in S tier? Nah, because he's not like Michael Chandler. Like he's still like this is his natural fight style. Michael Chandler goes out of his way to make shit entertaining. So I'll put him in A+ tier. But he's definitely the most entertaining champion, at least in my opinion. Him or Dricus. You know, there's always a knockout. He's never just going to a decision. So unless he's against like a pressure wrestler. Now Magomed Ankalaev. Listen. He's everyone thinks he's boring. Like I feel like the average person would put him in F or D tier, but I'm gonna put him in B tier because that fight against Rakic was really good. Like he has good boxing. He has great boxing. People say his wrestling is his best attribute, but I believe it's his ability to box. You know, he's always throwing those straight punches. He cracks people with them. He has power behind his punches. So I'm gonna put him in B tier. A lot of people might not agree with that. I don't really care. Yuri is going straight to S tier. This dude does not give a fuck. He sacrificed all his brain cells to give us some of the most entertaining fights of our life. He'll throw spinning back elbows, you know, with that fucking ponytail. He got his ass beat by Glover for 4 rounds and then submitted him in the 5th. Like, yeah, he's just really entertaining, man. And then Jamal Hill, he's entertaining. Like he when he actually puts it on people like boxing, he's entertaining. I know people don't like him, but when he actually gets in a fist fight, he's entertaining. I'll put him at A tier. Jan Blachowicz. He's same tier as Ankalaev, honestly. Like I think he's more entertaining than Ankalaev, but I don't think he's a tier above Ankalaev. Like they're similar. Their fight was not that entertaining, but I think both of them contributed to that equally. Khalil. So I put Khalil in A+ or in I'll put him A, because he hasn't shown enough. He always is trying to knock his opponent. You know, I'll put him in A+, just because he always just stands and bangs with his opponent. Like he was standing and banging with Pereira. He was just kickboxing Pereira. I don't think anyone else would do that. And John Jones, you could say what you want. Like he's ducking. I understand that, but he's entertaining to watch. He looked slow against Stipe, but it was still a good fight. You know, he's always really dangerous with the wrestling. He doesn't just lay on top of you. He's always throwing ground and pound or throwing up or trying to get a submission. So yeah, he's an A tier in terms of entertainment. Tom Aspinall, he's more entertaining than Jones. Is he more? I'm gonna put him A+, because with him there's always a knockout at any second. Even from both sides, just because he's at heavyweight and he's facing the hardest punchers, like against Pavlovich and against Blades. Like you probably thought Tom Aspinall was kind of cooked at one point, but he always just has that ability to knock his opponent out with one punch. Piotr Yan is going in A tier. His fights are always decisions, but it's like a mechanical breakdown of his opponent. He's always throwing in crafty strikes. He's always making his fights good. Cyril Gane is, I'm putting him in B tier because his fights are entertaining, but I feel like he doesn't do much. Like he kind of has his moments, but where he blitzes in. But other than that, he kind of just he kind of just sits and like keeps bouncing and shit. But he like, I don't know. I don't think he's that entertaining. And then Volkov, I'll put him in C tier. Volkov's solid, but he's kind of like Dan Ige in that it depends on who he's fighting on his entertainment. But like against Pavlovich, he's the one who made that fight boring. Not like he shouldn't have. Like that was definitely the smart way to beat Pavlovich. But yeah, I don't think he's all that. Now, so speaking of Pavlovich, I'm gonna put him in A tier. He's like big meaty hooks, as Lucas Tracy would say. So yeah, he's always looking for the finish. Jalton, D tier. Jalton Almeida's going in D tier. Not that entertaining. His grappling, he kind of just will smother the opponent with grappling, but his grappling is very good. Derek Lewis, it's so weird. I'm gonna put him B tier because he's entertaining, or I'll put him C tier because he's entertaining, but he just has fun moments. Like he's not overall like a fun fighter. Corey Sandhagen. Bro, why does this shit keep happening? Corey Sandhagen's. My fucking thing gonna full screen, bro. Okay. Corey Sandhagen is going in A tier. He's going with Petr Yan in A tier. But he hasn't even been. Nah, I'll put him in B tier because his recent performances haven't looked that good. I'll put him in and then same with Figgy. Figgy's in B tier. He's pretty entertaining. Song Yadong is going in. Is Song Yadong in A plus or A? I'll put him in A because he is always swinging and shit, but he's not that entertaining. And then Pantoja, I'll put him in C tier. Pantoja has underrated entertainment. People think he's just a smothered grappler, but he's not. Yeah. But anyways, this is my tier list right here. I hope y'all enjoyed the little video, but yeah, this is just fighters ranked by their entertainment. Fun challenge if you're over the age of 21. Take a shot every time I say entertaining or entertainment. That's gonna be a fun challenge for the night. But yeah.